Hi guys. Today's a murky day in a way. It's like it's half sunny, half cloudy. But it's like really warm. So we like that. But like I'm gonna run my beanie season out. Like to like its last leg. I'm gonna run my beanie season out. Okay? But I wanted to make this video just because, like this isn't one of those days that I feel like I know what, I want to talk about, or I just know what God wants me to say, you know. Yeah, it just feels one of those murky days where I just feel like all over the place. But I do know that there's just this feeling inside of me that just craves more like order in a way, when it comes to working. I can control my schedule, but I have to be honest with the aspect that I don't really like controlling my schedule as much, just because I'm still figuring out consistencies and discipline with certain things. Discipline has been pulling the rug out from like underneath me since college. Okay, I've been trying to understand. Well, I've been doing what I can, because there are times that I just wasn't focused on it, and really did not pay attention to what happens when you don't focus on discipline, staying disciplined and consistent with your ideas and things that you want to do. So yeah, I'm still in the bubble of figuring those things out. I'm not a perfect person, and it's almost like in this moment it connects to what I was saying yesterday of just walking, like how when people are peeping me, me carrying those insecurities, but also me carrying insecurities that when people are peeping me, they might peep the insecurities, right? Though, well, I'm thinking that that's what they peep off gate. They're peeping exactly what I think about myself in the moment that I don't want them watching me, rather than realizing that more than likely they are watching me because they see the God in me. They see my higher self, and they like what they see. They like that I'm either reading a book, or they like that I'm standing strong in myself. They like the way I smile. They like the way that I look. They like my outfit. Whatever it is, I could be shining that day. Well, I shine every day. But at the end of the day, that's what I feel like God's kind of helping me see more of today. The flaws, the insecurities, the things that aren't really that great when they expose themselves, though you must love those too. That's part of you. It doesn't mean that you have to love it so much you keep it. It just means that you love it because you understand that it's where you are right now, but it's not where you always have to be. And you love who you are. There's nothing that you don't. Every part of you is like that for a reason. It is to get you to where you need to go, where you're supposed to be. Purpose. So understanding those things, it just helps me today just see more of like what I want to work on with me. But I realized that I really I want to work on so much stuff. I want to do so much stuff, though at the same time, like you got to ground yourself in reality, Kaylee, because you still got to pay bills. You still need to figure out what's the plan, and I can be honest with the aspect that I have. Thank you, God. I have been able and grateful to reel in a plan. Okay. Oof. God had me on this. It was a short temporary journey, but it did start last year, where he just kind of had me make a choice that was really risky. I took the risk, and there were some casualties from taking this risk to get to the next step in the plan that God wants me to get to and follow through with. And so on the way to that, I had some hiccups. I had some hiccups that really at the end of the day was meant to always happen, because it just made me better. It's exposed a lot. I've let a lot go, and it really just created and ricocheted a whole rebirth, of rebuilding and figuring out what's next for me, since I I had to clear out so much stuff that it was just like, okay, so why is there so much room in here? There's so much room in here because, okay, I'm about to expose some things within you, Kaylin, that are going to allow you to understand what's about to come in and take over that room. But you got to see you first to know that you, like, what you're going to be able to handle. You know, if this is, hopefully you're following me. But it's all right because, like, at the end of the day, just ask God for clarity if you are confused. Because my journey isn't something for everybody to truly understand. It's just something for you to understand that you can, you can connect it all. It all connects. It all connects. It all connects. Okay? So because of that, I'm now at this point, what happened last year led into this year and really cleared itself out these last, 2 months. January and February were, really big, purging months. Oh, my gosh, there was so much wild, woo! January and February were, craziest first 2 months of my life. I've never been through something so wild, in such a short span of time. I have been through wild shit, but it was just kind of stretched out. Maybe I got at least 3 more months or something before something else happened. But nah, this is almost every week something was hitting. It was like, okay. So now understanding what that looks like, I now, in the midst of that, it was the last little bit that clouded me even more before press hard, Kaylin, press hard. And that's what I had to do those 2 months because I really thought that I was clearing things out. And January was kind of birthing that. But January is not even what? January is not even the real new year. So because of that, if you know, you know. But at the end of the day, because of that, it made a lot of sense that March is where it begins, where it really starts to oh, this is where you really wanted me to build, really focus in, get consistent. Okay. Because I was wondering, because I couldn't really see where I was going and what was I supposed to do? Rest. I'm supposed to be resting. I'm supposed to be sleeping. I'm supposed to be figuring certain things out, grounding myself, purging. I'm supposed to be doing all of this stuff that I'm just gracious, there's bills, God. Do I not have responsibilities? I know you know. And God just wanted me to know, yes, I do know, but please understand that is all materialistic and that's not what you're here for. Kaylin, you're not here for that. Please focus on the spirit and look at what I'm uncovering for you. Okay, let's deal with that. Because I got you on that, And that's really all. It's so hard to latch to a 9-to-5 because of what God has spoken to me about with that. At the same time as, things can be complicated. Things can be complicated with the journey that I'm on and where I'm leading. And now that I understand a little more of the plan, thank you, Holy Spirit. Now that I understand it, I can see where I'm going more. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful because now I really can start planting certain seeds to get to that avenue. Whereas for months, I did not know what was next because what was next literally was sabotage. Everything happens for a reason. So it was not sabotage, but for me, I really felt like it was because I had set certain things up to hopefully make sure that I didn't sabotage anything or that certain things, whatever I was including myself in wasn't messed up by the people that I was including in it. And I'm not saying, I'm not blaming them. I have to understand that this is my account. This is my life. All right. So because of the way that I was seeing myself in a lot of situations, that is exactly why a lot of people got away with what they were doing. So that's my fault. They at the end of the day, yes, I do wish that they had better patterns. I do wish that they, saw themselves differently so that they would just stand more in their power and they not be just taken over by certain low vibrational energies, devil energy, because at the end of the day, that's all that is. When you do low vibrational stuff, that's devil energy. And that, I believe that the devil at the end of the day is the only one who benefits off of any of those movements. And that's what was happening in a lot of stuff, that I had to just let a lot go, because it's just like, you're not really wanting to wake up, or you don't even really care about me for real, to really understand what you're doing to me. All of these different things that I now understand more of, that it was all meant to happen that way, because I needed to see me. And I have a mission that I'm supposed to be carrying out. There's a purpose that I'm here for. And I've always known pieces of that more than the people around me. And that is something that I cannot say that it made me feel even more confident knowing what I felt like I was here for. I honestly, with a lot of relationships that I had to let go of and just remove myself from, I realized that I was actually turning myself down because of certain things that they were not willing to pay attention to, consider removing, just being better than, et cetera, that were low vibrational, and just kept the devil energy in the room. It didn't allow us to be great. And I'm sitting here perspirating. So if you see me perspirating, just understand it's because it's a warm day and I'm in the car without the car. But it's not like crazy hot, but I'm also talking about something that's getting my blood pressure all up, but not in like a bad way, but like in a, what's the word I'm looking for? Just in a scientific way. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just a lot that I'm passionate about that is creating, but I don't know the proper scientific words, but like, you get what I'm saying? Either way, everything is happening for a reason. And today, I just feel like God wants me to hone in on the discipline and consistency to figure out what do I need to, what is he asking me to put in place to work on, to give my attention to during this. And I have been giving my attention to a lot of to other things. I'm just not supposed to talk about those things. And so I think that when it comes to what I want to do to build towards my financial stability and certain things like that, that's more of like what I feel like I'm looking at today with this murky day. Like it just allows me the space to feel like, okay, let's stay a little neutral. Not neutral, but like, let's just observe. What does God want me to see within myself that's unfolding, if this makes sense? I was all over the place with this message, and hopefully you're able to follow me to see how it all connects to what I've experienced here. I mean, what I'm experiencing in the now, and what I'm gonna continue to do moving forward. I think I got an idea though, because we could always open the door. I actually don't know why I don't do that more often, but it's really because that really gives a lot of people access to just see what I'm doing. But we discovered yesterday we don't care about that, because at the end of the day, like, I'm doing the best I can with the information given to be the best me in the now. So like, if you're not fucking with that, you're not in alignment with me. And that's what everybody should really get on to, so that we can really align with who we meant to be aligned with. And I understand that could be hard because they got those gadgets, or that person has a lot of money, or it said like that they really attractive people, so you get attention and being around. Like, there's a lot of different things that this society has built up and made more important than actually figuring your spirit out, actually aligning with who you are authentically and being that, like, every day, but I do realize that that's easier said than done. It's a lot to be like real. It does come with a lot. Please. It is not in anybody's best interest to be looking at somebody else and wishing that you had their life. But I have been in situations where there has like destiny swapping. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about what I've experienced. I'm just talking about like what I like or what I've been included in. And I definitely have woken up to the aspect of realizing that I definitely had a lot of destiny swap. I've had a lot of destiny swap moments with a lot of people that honestly came back and bit me in the ass, because it was just projected on me that I was the problem. But really what was the problem is that I was allowing so many people to feed off of my energy and protecting so many situations or protecting people's faces and not allowing them to expose themselves. Like, I was I was something, you know, and I'm now realizing that, yeah, that's, pew, it's gone. Okay, because it wasn't that, like, I was a bad person or anything. It's just those mannerisms didn't add up positively. So, it led to me, like, being in really low energy moments, like just having a lot of low moments, triggering my mental things that I don't identify with. I just know that my brain is wired a certain way that when a lot is going on around me that my shadow does not really agree with, I do get dysregulated in a way that a lot of people want to project or judge, or they don't really want to understand that it's not happening for no reason. It's happening because something is going on and someone's not being honest. But there's a whole no story for a whole nother day. I just know that I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the revelation that I'm having right now at the same time as this day. So, you know, we just gonna go move with it and see what it brings and continue to be the best you know, through it. Continue to keep faith. Continue to keep moving. All right. Remember, try not to shame yourself, because you can only make the best decision based off of the information that you are given in that time. I was told that by somebody really wonderful. Okay, God sent them in a time of need, and they definitely passed that on. And at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that they made that up or anything, or that even I'm, you know, if it wasn't passed to me, you know, I made it up. We're regurgitating information that's from generations and generations. It's already been said. Some of these ideas we have is from past generations that did not plant it, so it's sent to us. You know, like there's a lot that we don't know, and we still figuring it out. You know, we're all down here figuring it out. So remember that. And that's something that has stuck with me since, helping me understand that a lot of these choices was the best choice you could make at that time based off the information you were given. Yeah, if you had some more hours, or yeah, if you was told something that made you think deeper about it, or you second guess, but you didn't, that didn't come at that moment. So because that didn't come at that moment, you made the best choice that you could make based off of the information that was given at that moment. Even if the choice wasn't the best choice, understand that it was the best choice that you could make. Now, if you have enough awareness to understand that you wasn't even trying, you ain't even give a fuck, or you meant to do exactly what you did, knowing that it wasn't right, please do not put yourself, you will do yourself an injustice by putting yourself in a seat, knowing that you are now masking an energy, honestly, devil energy, that you don't want to deal with, because you don't want to acknowledge the fact that you just embody the energy. You're not the devil. You're not a bad person. It's just you embody the energy that, honestly, you created a situation where, yeah, you implemented and hurt someone. You created trauma. Okay, they probably gonna have to, like, get therapy or whatever, you know, talk through that, write it out, whatever. And that's something that you wouldn't have want somebody to do to you. So if you're that type of person, please do not step in the seat thinking that, you know, you made the best choice off of the information given. You didn't even give a shit about the information. This isn't for you. These are for the people that at the end of the day, you tried your best. You're conscious and aware as you could be in that situation. It's educational choices. There's no right and wrong. We make the right and wrong. Remember that. We make the right and wrong. Okay? And that's just high and low vibrational energy. Okay? But that does not mean that there's not like a right and wrong. There is. These labels are in place to help people understand where to go. You know, and that's what it is. But when you go deeper, it's like that label is not even needed at all, because that's just energy. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. But if you don't, that's okay. You know, just go within, ask God for clarity, or ask me a question. Maybe I can help you, or someone else can help you. There's a lot of different avenues out here to figure things out, you know, but like staying ignorant, like, please understand that, like, you're just going to attract more shit that's going to try and wake you up. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. If you want to stay asleep, okay, but eventually you're going to have, you don't have to, but eventually the people around you is going to realize that you're the one who's creating all this shit for yourself. You ain't really doing nothing. You ain't really trying. But another story for another day. We about made this 20 minutes, okay? But it was at 1922 just then, so God want me to close this thing out, okay? Keep going. All right? And yeah, you guys just continue to be the best you. Continue to move through. I'm going to do the same thing. And the most important, continue to love you before anybody else. All right? If you have not adopted this, please get on board. It's okay though. Take your time. Just don't get delusional with the time that you took and the consequences that come with the time that you took to get on board to see it yourself. Just be mindful of that, okay? But take your time, all right? Nobody's forcing you. Some people will hold your hand, but please understand that's a miracle. That's a gift given, all right? Some people do not have nobody to hold their hand, nobody to listen to, nobody to vent to, nobody to nothing. All right. They got to figure all this out by themselves. So if you got somebody, if you had somebody, if you all that stuff, please understand you were one of few. Everybody does not have community, does not have people to come in and help them see themselves. A lot of people got to do that shit by themselves. All right. It is a miracle and it is a gift straight from God when you're giving somebody that is clocking you for your shit out of love. Not clocking you and shaming you and causing all trauma and shit. No. Okay? And I had to realize that after a while, that is a part of why my ass had to go. Because eventually, when you stick too long around energies that are hurting you, that you are genuinely just trying to, like, I was more focused on other people than myself. So because I was more focused on other people than myself, I was in a lot of relationships where I was the person to help them see themselves. Like, they was doing something low vibrational, I clocked them. If they wanted a plan, they could talk to me through it. I let them know, okay, like, that sounds good. Or I give them the logical and the spiritual understanding of that. Like, we could do anything we put our mind to, but don't get confirmation. Don't get delusional on the aspect of you're not doing the actual work, but you delusional thinking that it's going to happen. Yeah, you're gonna set yourself up for real. And I've always just been a type of person that I can see things that a lot of people are just not privy to. It doesn't mean that you're never capable of doing that. We all got different gifts. There's a lot of things that come natural to me that are able to help other people, and God is now instructing me, help yourself, because you helped so many people for so long, and majority of them did not value you, did not take the information that you took you for granted. Just in a nutshell, that took me for granted. And now at the end of the day, regardless of if they realize or not, deuces. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out. I'm gonna continue moving forward. I send love. You know what I'm saying? Always. But like, I gotta keep moving for me. I got to, because I was giving a lot away, and majority of these people never really asked me, like, Kaylin, how do you see yourself? Like, do you really love you? Like, no one really was directing me back to me, but there was so many people that really did look for my guidance or expected my guidance in a lot of situations to help them stay aligned with where they needed to be. And in moments where I was misaligned with where I needed to be, they would just kind of let me stay there. Like, they didn't really, it was like I had to have enough consciousness to get myself back in line and help other people align themselves and figure themselves out. And I mean, yeah, a lot of this shit, it comes natural to me. It really is something that I could naturally do without thinking that hard. And so that's really why it excites me. I understand that this is a part of what I'm here for, but I also have to realize that there's a boundary on it. And the boundary comes when you start to love yourself. You got to put yourself first so that you can understand what you really are capable of, for real, and really understand how you could give to the world, but give to the world so that you're not depleting yourself and you don't have none for you, But that only comes when you are loving you before anyone else. That's it. So that's why I capped all these videos off with that, because if you don't do that, I promise you're going to end somewhere in a hole. It doesn't mean you can't get out. It's just you're going to end up in a hole because you gave way too much to other people and you was never giving any of that shit to yourself. There's so many times that my advice that I gave to someone else was the very advice that I needed. And I knew it in the moment, but because it was so exciting and I loved, I took so much pleasure off of receiving confirmation from other people, moving through or understanding or feeling so like complete or safe based off of what we were pulling out together, that was like, it was giving me everything I thought I needed. Like, swear, bro. Like, I really did love helping people see themselves, figuring themselves out, picking them up off the floor, helping you if you sick, helping you figure out your plan. If you got a project, I'm helping you figure it out. Like, I was really I loved supporting the ones that I was building with, because I felt we all was going to get there. You know what I'm saying? And I had to realize that, Kaylin, when I finally woke up, like, and it really hit me deep, when I lost my son. When I lost my son, it woke me up that I could see the whole cycle. I could see the whole cycle of how I was so blinded. Like I wasn't even seeing him, you know? But now understanding all of that, because I'll pull that out on a different day, I have to realize that like, it was all for a reason. 24:55. It was all for a reason. It had to go that way so that I could wake up and understand that this is only happening because you are not putting you first. Okay? That because if you put you first, there's a lot of shit that it'll just start to line up. Like it'll just work out and you won't even realize it. So many births, so many confirmations, and there's a lot of there's another drive-through coming through. So God's telling me to wrap this up. All right, guys, you continue to be the best you and continue moving through whatever you need to do. All right, and remember, I love you, but I love you more.